All right, everyone, I have the most adorable flip book we are going to ever make. This is for people, especially I owe you, who have only single-sided paper. I have been meaning to make a tutorial for you all. It's just, your brain kind of has to work. So it takes a minute, but I came up with this, and this is because this was inspired by an older tutorial which Rhonda actually has requested. I love her requests because she always inspires me. But if you're new here and you have not seen this tutorial, it was maybe a year or two, probably 2 years ago. But I had made this and she wanted something with more flippy pages, okay? So you have the option to do something like this, but this is actually a flip book within itself. So again, you can like put this down in a book and make 2 pages with it and do it that way. But I kind of had just left it. And Rhonda wanted some more pockets and flippy things. So that's what I basically did. So I've added that fun pocket we made the other day in that tutorial. And I will link that for anyone who hasn't seen this. But you guys really love this. And so did I. I'm so glad you guys loved it as much as me. But so I put that on the front and just added it where these pockets are. And then when you open it, you're going to have this other pocket. And I had put, basically I'm putting things that we've made in other tutorials to give you inspo. So like how we made those little window bookmarks, I added that in there. And I added another pocket here with just like a little slide. Because, this paper is so cute. By the way, this is from Rosie Studio, so I am going to link it. But the line, hold on, because I forgot to tell you, she has so many amazing lines. This is going to be the one of a kind. So I put the code in the description, which is going to be 10% off. It's pink strawberries. And I believe that my code ends, I think it's May 7th or 9th, I cannot remember, but it will end then, okay? Just an FYI. So they had told me that because I had been posting code and I didn't realize there was an expiration date. So anyway, and then you open it up and then I've got just this because I thought this was pretty, and I just added another pocket here, and then you have a top pocket here. Now as we go along, I'm going to give you some tips of like how you can really even add more to this if you want. Or add more pockets. You could even add some on the back. It just depends how crazy you want to get with it. You know what I mean? So, all right. And this is going to be so easy. As always, it's funny because my desk was a complete bomb making this, but the way I pieced it together is going to look so easy. So I'm going to be using my Recollections paper from, Michael's, and it's going to be 65-pound weight. And honestly, this is pretty thin. It's almost like scrapbook paper. So if you don't have like a plain cardstock, just use scrapbook paper. That's actually fine. But if you want it heavier and sturdier, then use that. So the large piece, the cover piece, is going to be a 7.5 by 11.5 sheet of paper, and at the at the 11.5 inch score, okay, we're going to score it at 5.5 and 9.5. This was a mess to make because I was like, I kept wanting to add to it, so I'm doing 5.5 and 9.5. And you'll see how we're getting that first kind of pocket going on. But I kept wanting to add to it, and I was like, okay, let me just tell them what they can do so we can just make the base of the tutorial first. So you can see that's going to kind of be that flip part right here. And I'm going to give you all the measurements to the paper, because we're using single-sided and all that. Okay, so now we have to do that little insert thing, which is going to be so easy. It's just going to be a 7.5 by 10.5 inch paper, and I'm basically just folding it in half. Now, we're going to cover this first before we insert it into our book, because this is going to be a pocket. So we're not going to be able to kind of punch it, but basically we're going to lay it like this inside the book. So you have that. So as we're here, you have the option. You can, like, I'm putting my pocket on the top, but you can put it in the back, You could even make a few of these and stack them on top of each other, and you can make it like multiple pages. So that's another idea if you want to do something like that. All right, so let's, so this part's already easy, right? So let's cover these, okay? Because I don't want to assemble yet until we kind of cover the big pages. So these large pieces here, these are going to be, we're going to need 4 of them, okay? And the 4 of them are going to be this page, this, and if you want it on the back, you don't have to put it on the back. It looks fine, but I just did it. And I have more than 4 here because I'm kind of seeing how I want to piece it together. So it's basically going to lay like this. So what I'm going to do here is kind of piece it together. And I wanted to use a different pattern just to show you, you know, a different look, because it gets boring using the same things. So I kind of would like to use that and place it. And let me show you your pocket sizes so that you know what size they're going to be. So your pockets, you're going to have two papers, and they're going to be 3 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, so this is so you can kind of visualize what it's going to look like. So I'm going to kind of just put it like this. And I think I'm going to do it that way. I had it like this. So I'm going to do that, and I think I'm going to use this butterfly paper. So I just want to give you a little step ahead. So let's go ahead and just do this one real quick. So this is just the second piece that we made. And if you would like, you could even make this a pocket. Like all of these little covers that I'm making are options for pockets as well. I don't know if this is going to be your flat mail or, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it just depends where you're going with it. Okay, so there's that. And then the inside. So again, don't glue it down yet because we want to make that top pocket. But I'm just kind of looking at my papers here to see what I'm going to do with them. I think I want to put this one here. And then maybe that one there. So just going to glue this on. And again, this is another sheet that you can make a pocket with, or you can just glue it down. You've got all these options. And then I'm doing this one, and this side is going to be our pocket. I'm just kind of lightly gluing it. But this is a really fun one to make. I could have just gone for days with this. I was like, okay, just calm down. Let's post this so they have a tutorial for the weekend. And I owe the single-sided peeps a really good single-sided tutorial because it's been a minute. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and place this on here, right? Now that we did this, you don't need to do this side because this is going to be glued down. And then the reason why I didn't want you to glue it yet is because we want to make our little insert right here. And then you're going to go ahead and glue it down. So you have that back pocket right there. All right, so I'm going to, oh, Bandit is whining because I locked him downstairs. I don't want him running up and down the stairs all the time. So if you hear a bunch of whining, that's why. All right, and then I'm just going to pop this down on here. Okay, mine's a little, I wanted a little bit toward the edge there, so I'm just gonna pick that up for a minute. Okay, so we've got that. And now we have our pockets right here, which I'm just going to thumb notch that really quick. And put that here. This is a 2-inch size, by the way. Now, for my pockets, because I can be so wonky about it, I did tape mine, but I'm going to glue it just to speed it up here, because I really want to make sure there's a lot of room in here. But if you're good with glue, then you won't need to do this. I am getting such a strong glare today in my room. Let me just see here real quick. Okay, I think that's better. But isn't this simple? You wouldn't have thought it was when you saw my desk before I did this tutorial. It was insane. Okay, and we've got this one here. So it's already looking really good. And of course you have your little, you know, things you could put in, your little tags. Sorry, couldn't remember what I was doing here. Or photos or whatever you're adding. Of course you can alter the size to all of this and make it your own. Okay, and then I loved this lettering, so I'm going to definitely add more, but let's pick out a pocket. So I'm going to grab one of those beautiful pockets that we did the other day, and I'm going to see which one kind of looks better, or the best, sorry. Kind of looks the best on here. So that's pretty. I like that with the butterflies. I wonder which ones you guys are thinking. I do like the glitter strip because that really makes the album. And then I do like the swan. I think I'm going to go for this one because I like the glitter strip right here. So when I did this, let me back this up just a minute. I did not put a lot of tape. I really just took this and added it right here. And let me just grab this off. This tiny, tiny little strip of double-sided tape right here. And I just kind of put it on like this because I didn't want to add any pressure to the pockets in case they are, you know, putting something in. I didn't want them to pull it out. Hold on, let me see if I can get this glare out of my thing. Okay, I think that's a little better. I had to pull my shade down because it was really bothering me. Okay, so here we go. All right, so that, I love it actually. So if you want to put a little glitter strip down there, that looks so pretty. And then I'm going to add some lettering here because I liked that it kind of filled in here. So I'm kind of just looking to see. I'm gonna use, I do like this, but I'm gonna say Free Spirit. Sorry, these are individual ones, so it just might take a minute, but this is a cloudy day here, so this cloud is just going in and out, in and out. Oh no, I think I ruined it. Oh no, I fixed it. Hold on. I forgot this little piece. But I do like the cursive on the top. So hold on, I'm gonna take this off and use it later, because I realize I like the cursive fonts on the top. So I think I'm just going to write this. And let me take these little pieces out right here. I do like that. And I like the white. And instead of writing the lettering on the bottom, I think what I'll do is just put a little heart there on the bottom, because it says heart. So just to switch it up a little bit. Okay, and then you can see here, what I had done is just add some little hearts there. This has a print. I really like it just like that, but I don't know. I guess we can just still do it, right? Just to make it fun. I'm going to add some little hearts here because they are gorgeous. Yeah, I'm glad I did that because it really makes it add some fun. Okay, and then in here, we're going to have this. So you can leave this flap open, or you can, you know, close it like I'm going to close it. And I just realized I forgot this cover. So what size is this? This is, oh gosh, did I measure this? This is going to be, I think it's going to be 3 3/4. So let me just check. Let me double check here. Okay, so this piece right here is going to be 3 3/4 by 7 1/4. And we'll put that in there. I forgot about that little strip right there. It's amazing because before I prepare for the tutorials, I kind of go through each page and make sure I've got everything, but they just slip right by you. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and seal that. So here, here, and I'm going to put that down again. You can leave that open. If you want, you could even like leave that flap open and make this a pocket, a top or a side pocket. And then we've got this strip here, and the strip is just going to be 1 3/4 by 7 1/4. I should have made the album a solid 8 inches or whatever, but it just ended up being this way. So you guys can totally add the inches if you want. I just really liked this size. Okay, and then there's that. And I'm going to just add this in here so you can see. Don't forget my sticker. And this is obviously a little clunky, so if you're doing snail mail and you don't want it to be clunky, don't do that. And then we're going to add the vellum pockets. So the vellum is just 2 3 by 7 1/4 sheets. And I did use tape on mine because I wanted it to be a little clean, but I'm gonna wing it for you guys, okay? And my trick is, an old trick, if you don't want the vellum showing, you can kind of just wipe it a little bit and it won't be so clumpy when you put it on there. You won't see it, but don't use your fingers. You can use a sponge or something. And I just got glue on my pocket, so I hope it doesn't stick down. Hold on. This may stick, you guys, so if I can't put anything in, that's why. I'm just going to lay it down here because I just wanted something to be here too, like a little just surprise. And I put my pocket too far down. So you've got that. And I did make something for this to slide in. Hi, buddy. Oh my goodness, you got up. Well, if there's a will, there's a way. He got through the gate. And he is so proud of himself. I see, you got up. I see. So I'm just going to put that here. And I've got some of that glue still stuck in there. So sorry about that. He is so proud of himself, you guys. He escaped. Then we've got this. And again, this is the same size pocket right here. This is just that vellum sheet. And I'm going to put it over here. Yeah, I know. So I got to reward him because he found me. He's very excited. He's kind of like, look, I made it to you, Mom. Yeah, you weren't supposed to actually do that, buddy. You need to go night-night, okay? He's like, but I got all the way up here and this is what you do to me? So here's the last pocket right here. I know, buddy. You're gonna have to wait. Oops. And this was just a fun idea for like, you know, little sticker sheets or whatever. This was part of this line, so I just kind of like put that in there so you have some ideas. And then this is just whatever you want to do. I have some stuff picked out. Let's see here. I'll try and recreate this cute little scene here. I mean, you could even add some of these in here, you know, that we made. Those would be gorgeous too. And, oh, okay. So this right here is from my Coco and Reno. It was the little squares. It was actually when I made this cutout, I actually am basically recycling that. So if you don't have a rounded square die, you could use just a square or just cut a square out and round it. But I'm going to use some double-sided foam tape for this, okay? And pop these on because I want it to look a little poppy on this page. So I'm going to grab some butterflies and I'm just going to bend them just a little bit and put them on this page. Got a green one here. I'm going to bend that. Just kind of like that. I don't know if they're going to stay that way in the mail, but you can try. I guess you could even make maybe like another score here if you want it to be a little 3D. And then you could add your little pocket here if you want one. I'm just kind of making the same thing. And that's what I love about the Rosie Studio is she gives so many duplicates. So you can create more than one, which is really important to someone like me because of the tutorials that I make. Did I run out of tape? I think I did. And then you've got this. And it's just like that. And again, if you want to do the pocket, I'm just going to add oh, I kind of ruined my pocket a little bit. Because, you know, when you run it through the die and you have something kind of stuck. I actually need new die pads, I'm not going to lie. That's probably why. And then it leaves all these like weird creases in your paper because you have awful, awful scratch pads all over your thing. All right, and then there's just a pocket there. And I'm going to add just a sticker. I'm going to add one of these just to switch it up. And again, a little tag. You could put like even a little clip. So like if you're gifting maybe a little clip for a planner, you know, like these type of things, you could even pop one of those in there. And then don't forget, at the very top, I just kind of made this really quick. You have a little sliding pocket. So this is that easy, single-sided, and you could just see that the possibilities are endless. And then again, if you want, you can put this on the back and add that extra pocket if you would like. So you can make a pocket here on the side or on the top, or you could even add a little vellum on the back and make a little pocket so that they have that. But tell me this is not the most adorable little flip book you've ever seen, right? And Rosie Studio makes it just so cute. I mean, this is what inspires me, is these papers. I don't think if I had these papers, I would think to make something like this. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm just obsessed. So I think this came out really sweet. I actually love that little glitter strip on the front. I mean, they're both really cute. But which one do you guys like? I think you guys are going to say the strip. And sorry, that's a little messed up. But this little gal's cute too. But this is the album. It was so much fun to make. I really love this. And, oh, I forgot to put something here. I hope you guys enjoyed this one too. I'm looking for something just to stick here, just to top it off and say we're done. And look at that, perfect. I'm just happy. So there we go, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and hope you guys really enjoyed this one, because I think this is definitely one of my favorites. All right, guys.